Hivers, welcome to Honeybee Stamping Hive, where creative buzz is always in the air. I am Tashana Lundy, your independent Stampin Up demonstrator in Florida, serving customers all over the United States. Today we are going to be working with the Jar of Flowers stamp set with a couple of more, and the Flowers for Every Season Memories and More envelopes, and card bases and envelopes. And we're also going to be working with the Memories and More card pack that goes along with this suite of products. And this is the Flowers for Every Season Memories and More card pack. And so I'm going to be using a card out of here. That's just a little case I made for that. And we're actually not going to be making a card with this, but I want to show you one that I did make. I used a card from the card pack. The card base is from here, and I have a matching envelope also from the Flowers for Every Season Memories and More card and envelopes. Okay, so this card I made for a friend who lost her father, and I can't put this through the mail. Luckily she lives near me, but I wanted to make another one that I could mail to another family member that lost their mom. So that's what we're going to be making today. So I'm not going to be using the little shaker domes. What are these called? The mason jar shaker domes. I'm not going to be using that. And the inside, the little beads are the Flowers for Every Season gems, and we're not going to be using those. And what I did, I cut this card down to fit on a standard size cards, because the Memories and More cards are a little larger than our standard size card. Okay, so let me just go ahead and get started on making that card. So we have our card base, that's Misty Moonlight, and this is cut at 5.5 by 8.5, scored at 4 1/4. That's just a half sheet of cardstock. Go ahead and do that. Then we have our Memories and More card that I'm using out of the card pack. And as you can see, I just cut it down. It's already 4 inches, and I cut it at 5 1/4 so that it can fit right on here. Okay, and we're gonna go ahead and just glue that down now. And these cards are double-sided, so you could use that side if you needed to use it. Make sure the card base is going the right way. What I like about the Memories and More cards, they make for a quick card. If that's all you want to put, you can be done right there. That's your card. But I wanted to add a little bit more. Okay, we're going to take this piece that I cut off, and we're going to use that for the inside of our card. So I'm just going to stick this on the side of this panel here. Make sure it's even to the edge. And we'll just cut off the excess. And I probably should have stamped this first, but I didn't, so oh well. I will stamp it before I put it inside the card. Okay, so for this, we're going to go ahead and stamp the inside. We're going to be using this sentiment. Sometimes there are no words from Comfort and Hope. And then we're going to pair that with a sentiment from Well Said. Know that love, prayers, and caring surround you today. So those are 2 of the sentiments that we're going to be using on this card. And we're going to be using Misty Moonlight to stamp our sentiments. So I'm going to go ahead and stamp this one here. And you can see I don't have the, and that's why I shouldn't have glued it. I don't have my label on these because they don't stick. This is one of the old style stamp sets, and it doesn't stick, and I don't have my cling paper. Let's see if this is down. I might be able to turn it around. Oh, yay. Okay, so now what we're gonna do, we're gonna go ahead and put glue on this side. Let me get it real good on here. We're gonna stick this on the inside of our card. Ooh. Have to be careful. Okay, and then I'm just gonna glue this right back on here, on this side. And yes, I know I glued it in and I made a mistake. Why wouldn't I do it before I glue it back down, just in case I make another mistake? I'm just hoping that I don't. That's all. So let's look at it this time. Right side up. There we go. That was very difficult. I held my breath a little. Okay, and I did get ink on the outside, but that's okay. That's okay. Now what we're gonna do is stamp a jar or flowers. What else do I need? I need a block. So let me clean this off. This is my Stampin' Simply Chamois that I cut down to use. Okay, so we're gonna take our Memento black ink and we're gonna stamp, we're gonna stamp some flowers from the jar of flowers. We're gonna stamp that right here. Then we're gonna stamp our jar. This is just a scrap piece of Whisper White. And I'm gonna clean this jar off because the jar of flower stamp set is a reversible stamp and I need to use the other side. So I need to clean that off, peel it up, turn it over. Okay, and before we use that one, we're gonna go ahead and stamp some stems for our flowers inside the jar. And I don't want this to come all the way down, so I'm gonna stamp it right about there. And I'm stamping over because that's gonna get covered up by our flower, so it won't matter. Okay, so that's all we need our black ink for, so let's get rid of that so we won't make a mess. Then I have some Pool Party ink that I'm going to stamp the water in their little jar. So what I'm going to do, because I don't want this to be too dark, I'm going to take this with some scrap paper here and just stamp off once. And then we're going to stamp this right into our jar, just like that. Okay. And we're going to get rid of this ink. And I have the jar punch from the catalog, the annual catalog that coordinates with this. You can buy it in a bundle and save 10%. And we're going to just punch this out. Just try to line it up. Get an even border around and punch. Okay. Then for our flowers, I used some Stampin' Blends. This is the Misty Moonlight, wrong end. It's the light Misty Moonlight. And I didn't do any blending. I just basically colored it like this. Okay. Just a rough draft because I've already done this to save some time. And what did I do? I did some dark Daffodil Delight up here on these little flowers, just like in the middles. Then I took the light Daffodil Delight and ran around the tops to give it a more blended look. What else? I did Just Jade Light for all of the greenery. And again, this is just a little rough go at it. Then I did take the dark Just Jade for the leaves only. And just went around the edges on the small ones and down the middle on the big one. Just to give it a different color from the other little green things here. And I did take the dark Misty Moonlight and color in these little baubles here. And these little, I don't even know what they are. Then I fussy cut it out. I just fussy cut it. Just means I cut it with my scissors to cut it out. So we don't have a die for that. And there we have it. And I added a bunch of dimensionals on the back. And we're going to pop this up on our card. We're going to put this right over our jar like this. Oh, I do need to color in the stems, and we're going to use the Just Jade for that, the dark Just Jade. Almost forgot. It's the color in the stems of the flowers. You don't have to really take it all the way up, but I'm just going to do it just in case it shows a bit. Trying to get it a little darker. Probably could have used shaded spruce, but that'd be good right there. Okay, so we're gonna just take the bottom dimensionals off right now and get this adhered to our jar. And we're going to add some dimensionals on the back of our jar as well. Just right there. That'll do. Okay, now we got all the backs off. Oh, we have two more down here. As you can see, I did a test run of my stamps. Okay. Ooh. We're just going to set this towards the bottom on the side, right on the side next to our sentiment. And then I have one more thing I want to add, and that is, where did I put the ribbon? My ribbon. We're going to add some of the Just Jade, what is this called? In color ribbon. Okay. We're just going to make a bow. Just going to tie a little bow. And we're going to add that right here. So let me get some glue dots to put on the back of our ribbon here. And I told you guys I like to use these glue dots from my paper pumpkin kit, because I always have so many left. Let me adjust this tail. It's a little short. Okay. But I'm going to use about two or three glue dots. Let me see once I get them on here. Yeah, 2 would do. And we're just going to set that right at the base of the flowers. Let me move all of this stuff out of the way so you can get a look at the card. And remember, the inside is done as well. Okay, and there you have it. Always remember, I love you. Memories and More card pack with the jar of flowers, well said, and comfort and hope stamp sets. That's all I have for you today. Don't forget to leave a comment, like, share, and subscribe. And as always, I want to thank you for buzzing by the Hive today. Until next time, buzz you later. Bye.